Hey there, beautiful people. It's Deena bringing another daily dose. Last few days, we've been talking about how God brings us comfort and how he strengthens us through trials, through exhaustion, through overwhelm. And I think it's interesting that when I started talking about this or bringing these messages on the daily dose, I have been under extreme amount of stress and trials this past few days. And I think anytime that we're trying to do something good, the enemy's going to come in and try to take that message and let it go to the ground. And I'm just not going to let him do that. I'm going to keep persevering. And this is what I've been trying to teach everybody, is that when we are under trial like this, you got to keep on going. God is building strength. We talked about that yesterday. He's comforting you when you're feeling weary. We talked about that. And you just can't give up. I know it feels like you want to give up. Trust me, I feel that way myself. Sometimes I wake up and I'm just like, I don't want to even start my day. I talk very openly and vulnerably about the fact that I have struggled with depression, and that was many years of my life. All I wanted to do was end my life. And God healed me from that. But that doesn't mean I don't still go back into those old mindsets if I'm not intentional. This is in a very intentional way of living. If I let it go at all, then I will start thinking those things again. If I let my guard down, the enemy comes back in and plants thoughts in my head that I'm not good enough or that I'm not worthy enough. And all those things start coming in, or I just start focusing on all the negative things around me. And then my mindset gets stuck back in that mode. And then I find myself back in that isolation. And isolation is the breeding ground for the enemy. And that's where those seeds of lies and doubt and fear start to take root. So like I said, we talked about God's comfort and God's strength, and now I'm going to give you some scriptures about persevering through the trials. I am persevering right now. There are things that are going on that doesn't matter what I try to do. It seems like it just keeps rearing its ugly head. So these are scriptures for me to meditate on as well. But again, I feel like if there's something that works for me and I know that God is speaking to my heart, then I need to be able to share that. It's an honor and an obligation to share that with others. So when life throws us challenges that can leave us feeling drained and weary, we just talked about that. However, the Bible encourages us to remain steadfast in our faith during these trials. Each struggle can develop resilience. We talked about that, resilience and perseverance and strength. In these tough moments, we can find strength in God's promises. He is with us. He's equipping us to face whatever comes our way. We can feel overtired, In these moments, we can find hope and strength in God's promises. He's with us, equipping us to face whatever comes our way. We can overcome tiredness through perseverance. Honestly, that is how I am able to overcome feeling weary and feeling tired. Well, even physically tired. If I am meditating on his word and I am trusting the plan that he has for my life, that can help me to overcome that feeling of tiredness and fatigue and weariness. And so these are the things that I meditate on. So today we're going to start off with James 1:2-4. It says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, lacking nothing." That's what I want. I want to be mature and complete, lacking nothing. This passage encourages us to view trials as opportunities for growth. Instead of as trouble, we view them as opportunities for growth. A lot of times, instead of saying, "God, why is this happening to me?" I say, "What are you trying to show me in this? What is it that you're trying to use this situation to develop something in me?" And not everything is a test or developing situation, but I know that he's not doing something on purpose to me. So a lot of times I might be like, why is this happening? I believe if God is allowing it, there is a purpose for it. And so I don't know what that is. A lot of times I just need to see it through his lens. Remember, we always have to have in our mind that God's ways are higher than our ways. His mind is higher than ours. His thoughts are higher than ours. He has the full puzzle picture on the box. Remember, we talked about that. He sees the bigger picture. We could look at like, how could you possibly think that this is going to help me? This tragedy, this trial, this whatever it is. Some of them can be very extreme. Why would you think that this could help me? But we don't know what's going on. And again, we live in a fallen world, and God is not the author of trauma or pain or suffering. He will absolutely use it. He will help us to walk through that. He comforts us through that. So that's really what I've been trying to bring to you these last few days. So in Romans 5:3-4, it says, not only so, but we also glory in our suffering, because we know that our suffering produces perseverance, character, and character, hope. This emphasizes that positive outcome that can result from our trials. It's a reminder that facing weariness can culminate in character growth and hope. Hebrews 12:1. Therefore, since we are surrounded by a great cloud of witness, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. So these scriptures are things I have to go back to all the time. Anything that's about resilience, strength, perseverance, because that's really the road that God has called me to. Because I know that, especially in the world of special needs, parenting, marriage, family, He has called me to encourage. He's called me to help mend the brokenhearted and to encourage those that are crushed in spirit. So if I'm called to do that, then He's going to walk me through some situations where I feel that way. It's very hard to be able to speak to somebody about something that we've never walked through. Now, I'm not saying there aren't people that have biblical knowledge or even strategies. I mean, honestly, you can Google anything now to find a strategy to help you get through something, but there's a connection that you have with another human being when you can say, I've been there. I know what you're going through. I've been through that. Here's what God did for me. And so that's really what I'm walking through. But I just have a heart for people that are hurting. I have a heart for people that are struggling. And I also know that God is calling me to raise up other women, other moms, other wives, to have strength and perseverance and resilience to be able to stand and fight for their family the right way, not from a place of weariness and being overwhelmed, but from a place of strength, from a place of knowing their God-given identity, knowing how to use their authority over the real enemy that's trying to kill, steal, and destroy their families. Honestly, that is the basis of my mission for Especially Empowered Moms. But we can't stand for our family if we can't even stand for ourselves. We can't help our families if we can't even help ourselves. And so this whole journey is about pulling us out of the pit and breathing life back into us as women, as moms, as wives, and to be able to operate from that place of being full, lacking nothing. 2 Thessalonians 2:13. As for you, brothers and sisters, never tire of doing what is good. This is just a continual thing. Don't tire of doing what is good. The next one, Galatians 6:9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we don't give up. Don't give up in doing good. It might feel like I just can't keep doing this. I can't even tell you how many days I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to get out and make a video and encourage somebody else. I need somebody to encourage me, but God said to do it. He said to do it afraid, even though He said there is no fear. I'm saying we need to do it afraid. We need to do it when we're tired. We need to do it whatever He has asked us to do, because I'm trusting that He's going to get me through it. I'm trusting that the words are going to come out that are going to be His. It might sound like my voice, but it's His words and it's His message. And if there's one person that hears this, that feels encouraged today, that feels like I'm at the end of my rope and I don't know what to do, then it's worth it. Honestly, it's worth it. I did the job that God asked me to do. So do not grow weary in well-doing. Do not grow weary in well-doing as that's being a special needs mom. Do not grow weary in well-doing and standing for your marriage. Do not grow weary in well-doing and standing for your family, standing for somebody to break off an addiction, a mental illness, a financial struggle, a health issue, whatever it is. Do not grow weary in pressing in and praying for a new job opportunity. Whatever it is that you feel is heavy, that you are carrying, first of all, remember, His yoke is light and His burden is light. He's not the one that's asking us to carry it. He's asking us to rest in Him and be equally yoked with Him, submit to Him, surrender to Him so that He can carry the burden. That's everything we've been talking about. So when we feel worn out, it can be tempting to give up. However, we are encouraged that our perseverance will be the fruit in due time. We can trust that our efforts will lead to meaningful outcomes. I just really hope that this encourages you. I'll leave all these scriptures in the description. Share this with somebody that really could use encouragement. Re-listen to it again. And if these videos are blessing you, please consider subscribing to the family. There's a lot of people that watch these videos that don't necessarily subscribe, but that does help the algorithm so that this can be pushed out to more people so that they can see this, the people that really need to see this. And that's just kind of the game we got to play on YouTube or any social medias, that we got to share that. We got to subscribe and all that so more people can actually hear that. But again, I would do it for one person. If there's one person out there that gets this message today and knows that they're loved not only by God, but by me, and understands that I've walked through this, I know what it's like. I'm walking through it right now, and there's times I just don't want to keep going, but I know that God has called me to do it. Just like we don't give up on our children, our special needs children need 24/7 care. I've kind of got that same mentality. Like, I can't give up. What if there's a mom out there that really needs this? Just because I don't feel good today, I should give up on her? I'm not going to do that. This might be the only thing that comes across her path that day to help her feel encouraged. So God might call you to encourage somebody else. And a lot of times when we're helping other people, it helps us to take our mind off our own situation. So anyway, I could go on and on about that because I just love that. I hope that this encourages you. Remember that God loves you. He has a plan for you. It is good. I promise you, even through all the trials, it is good. Keep persevering. Keep being resilient. Build that strength. Do not grow weary. And I love you, and I can't wait for us to be back together again. So please have an awesome day. Bye.